Hey guys, it's Josie with Queen My Pawn, and I'll be answering some questions about buying cars. First question says, I'm looking into getting a Mercedes CL 500, right? Currently listed for 23K. Someone paid 206K for it 10 years ago, brand new price with those options. So I'm guessing it's a brand new car, but already you have to know that's irrelevant. Someone could have paid 500,000 million K for it, which is obviously a lot of money, but it still doesn't matter. Can you afford 23K? People will buy things because they were worth a lot of money before and they depreciated a lot. But if you can't afford it right now, you're going to have to borrow the money, putting you in debt. And that is not good because it's not helping you make money. You could just buy a car that's worth $5,000 that works. Okay, so continue with the question. So essentially lost 180K on the car, which again is irrelevant. But not only that, we can easily say another 60K in gas, 20K for insurance, 2K a year for insurance. Wow. That's a lot of money. And parking in, okay, parking in space, servicing, et cetera, et cetera. So he's already budgeted for the car. So 276K in 10 years. Dude lost $250,000 in 10 years for a car. How rich do you have to be to afford that? Yeah, you can't really spend that much money on a car. Most millionaires, when they already have the money, they'll probably pay like 40K for a car. I certainly would pay 40K for a Cadillac, which is a car that I want to get in the future when I actually have the money, which means probably more than 1 million in the bank, because cars shouldn't be like something you spend a lot of money on when you don't have any. Anyways, I wouldn't recommend getting the car unless you can buy the car outright with cash, because you don't want to be in debt with the car. All right, so the next question is, as long as you're responsible with money, well, actually, this might be a comment. I kind of agree, but as long as you're responsible with money, car payments are amazing for building credit. And this is where I got to stop you right there, man, because credit is meant to tell the banks, hey, look at this guy, he's got money and we should take money from him. So they'll send you offers and offers for a credit card and for loans and all that stuff. And you sign up for it thinking, oh my God, this is going to help me build my credit. But you're giving away the money because you're paying interest that could actually be going towards your savings. Like imagine being $10,000 in debt, like overall, and paying $300 in interest monthly. Okay, for example, maybe not that much, unless you have like a terrible interest rate, because in one account, I had a terrible interest rate of 20%. Now that I think about it, it's really dumb. And so I had to pay on, I maxed it out 13,000, or well, actually it was 10,000. It was maxed out, which I should have never done, but I'm paying off the debt. So at that interest rate, you're paying $300 a month, because I guess I could tell you the math. 10,000 times 0.12 is, well, actually it's sorry, I messed up. It's $100 interest and the minimum payment was $300. So you're paying $200 on principal and $100 on interest. And $100 per month on interest is $1,200 a year. And that's at 12%. At 20%, it's $2,000 a year. So you're paying way more in interest. And imagine putting $2,000 a year in an account that could have got you more money. So it's pretty dumb to have the reason saying, oh, it's good for building credit. I paid off my car last year and it isn't even at 90K miles yet. Okay, congratulations. And that's why I'm broke. But have an almost 800 credit score. This guy's gonna be in debt forever. I lived in my car for about 8 months, and at the 3rd month in is when I finally paid it off. That's pretty good. You paid off your car in 3 months. So then I made jokes to my coworkers that I was officially a homeowner. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't really, I get it because you lived in your car, but that's kind of not recommended. Like unless you have an RV or you're living at campsites and you're a nomad, which is something that I've considered before. But being broke with a perfect credit score, like the credit score is useless for building wealth. I would highly not recommend this. If you have a lot of money with a good credit score, leasing cars can make sense. No, leasing cars, leasing is the worst way to like get a car. And I made this mistake. I leased a car thinking, oh my gosh, like how are these people going to make money? Like I'm paying $200 a month for 36 months. That's 7,200. And in the end, the car will be worth 11,000 when the car was originally worth 22,000. Where's that extra 5,000 going? Then I made like the terrible decision of not thinking where that money was going. And that money is going somewhere. So honestly, I still don't know where exactly the money is going. Apparently it's going towards interest. And now that actually makes sense because when I financed the car because I bought it, which was another mistake, but I didn't want to pay at that time the return fees because when you lease a car and you have to return it, you have to pay some fees like $1,000 in total. And in retrospect, I still wanted the car as well, but I could have. I didn't have 1,000 at the cash, 1,000 in cash at the time, which means I was really broke. Wow. So as you can see, broke people paying for cars will keep the power in the company. They'll just, the consumer will never build wealth. And you know what the total is that I have to pay at the end of my financing? It's an ungodly amount, which is why I'm trying to get the car paid off ASAP. If I don't pay the car, if I make a minimum payments only, which is like $330, I'm paying $25,000 in total to the consumer people, to the lender. That's twice as much. That's more than twice as much. When the car was worth 11,000, I'm paying 25,000 for a car that's worth 11,000. I'm losing 14,000. That is really dumb. So unless I pay it off in 2 years or less, I'm gonna be losing a lot of money because the contract is where it's for like 72. No, I think it's for 72 months. Let me check. 331 times 72 is 23,832. Yeah, that sounds about right. So if I can pay it off in 24 months, I'll be saving a lot of money. Specifically, maybe saving, I'll be saving at least 5,000 in interest. That's crazy. Okay, so anyways, you can get a new car every 3 years and never worry about running into long-term maintenance issues. But who was lease return fees? And who was rent to own? Like you're renting to own, and in the end, you're not even owning it. Come on, man. But of course, I'm on CEO 10K a day time and laugh at everyone who doesn't buy their Huracan with cash. Yeah, you should buy your car with cash. And finally, last 3 cars I've owned, I've sold after paying them off for more than I paid. Yeah, that sounds good. You made a profit. performed all my own maintenance on cars. That's really good. I also do my own oil changes. Instead of paying 60 bucks for an oil change, I buy the oil myself and the oil filter, which comes at a deal of like 30 bucks. And then I just do it myself. You save 30 bucks that way, but that's beside the point. It's that you also learn how to fix your own oil. And you also are responsible, because when the oil man does it for you, what did they do it wrong? And then you have a leaky oil O-ring, and then you got to pay $200 to fix that. That's really dumb. But it's very good that you're doing it yourself, and good job. Never lease. That's great. Never doing that mistake again. When you buy a car, own it for a while, like years, and after you pay it off. Okay, so that's where you're starting to get a little bit unclear, because you pay it off right away because interest is really bad. You know what my first payment towards my car was? It was $331, but $3 of that went towards principal and $328 went towards interest. I'm not kidding. Like, I saw it on my bill. In fact, I'll even pull it up right now, and I'll share you on the screen. Let me show you right now how silly this was. Give me a moment to log in. This will take just a moment. Hold on now. Logging in. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, you guys probably believe me, because that's how car people make the money. All right. Statements or transaction history, I think. And there it is. Okay, you're gonna see this. Okay, this is crazy. This is a crazy, crazy thing. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Look at this. That is crazy. I paid $330 in interest. You know how dumb that is? That's really dumb, because like I almost paid nothing towards my principal balance. I don't know if it's gonna be like that this month in October, but this is really dumb. A very dumb way to buy a car, which is lease and then finance it. It's really dumb. I do not recommend it, because you know what I could do with $330? I could save it up, and after a year, I'd have like $5,000 if I invested it, actually. Really dumb. And let's see, that's the end of this story. You need a car in modern society. That is not true. You can get by with a bike. And if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you can always Uber. And Uber, like, even if they live very far, which mine does, 30-minute drive to the other side of the city, that's 30 bucks. But if you only see them twice a week, 60 times 4 is 240, which is less than your car payment. And remember, you still got to pay insurance. So it's definitely half of your car payment or less. Otherwise, you need a car. That's not true. You don't need a car, or else you're just a loser in life. So this is like keeping up with the Joneses. You're keeping up with the Joneses, man. You're trying to impress people with money you don't have, and these people you don't even like. So that's it for that rant. Tempted to buy, oh wait, there's one more. Tempted to buy a used 110K R8 with a 75K down and finance the rest for $600 a month. Dude, that is not good. $600 a month. You should think about saving that money. Look, I know you love cars, but you need to actually be able to afford the car. So maybe try saving up to $100,000 and negotiate with the guy, saving you $10,000 right away. Like, how long is it going to take you to make 25K? I mean, if you're thinking about buying a 110K R8, it shouldn't take you that long, maybe like 2 months of saving. And if the R8 is gone, then look somewhere else. I'm pretty sure that better deals will pop up. There's an endless influx of cars. That's it, dude. So I made this video long enough. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.